Today is December 3rd, 2019. My name is Joe Todd. This is an interview with Thomas Glasscock in Ponca City, Oklahoma.
Great.
Sir, where were you born?
Finland, North Dakota.
Finland, North Dakota.
Oh.
And when's your birthday?
May 2, 1918.
May
2nd.
2nd, 1918. Who is your father?
Dr. T. Glasscock.
Timothy Glasscock. And your mother?
Sadie T. Glasscock.
What was her maiden name?
Savory, S-A-V-R-E. Savory.
A-V-R-E. Okay. Did you go through school in Finland?
Pardon?
Did you go through school in Finland?
No, I just went to grade school, and then we moved to Hayward, Iowa.
Hayward, Iowa?
Hayward. And I went to high school there, and then I went back to North Dakota to college.
Okay. What year did you graduate high school?
1933, I think it was. I've forgotten.
No. That was high school.
Huh?
High school.
High school.
Uh-huh.
I've forgotten exactly what it was. So long ago, I've forgotten.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
At 34, 35? You were about 18 years old?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I was younger than that.
That's 17.
Finished high school.
Yeah, be about 34.
Yeah.
Okay. Where'd you go to college?
University of North Dakota.
What'd you study?
Oh, pre-medics.
Pre-med.
Do you want some of that cough syrup?
Mm.
Do you want some of that cough syrup?
Yeah. You can bring him some too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And when did you receive your degree in pre-med?
The University of North Dakota in 1933, I think it was.
Okay.
And then I transferred to the University of Chicago, Rush Medical College.
Okay.
And I finished there in 40. What's that say on the wall there that when I finished it at Rush?
Well, this is when you was only 22 when you got your medical degree. Oh, I'll have to get my class.
Class of 1942.
Yeah.
Finished medical school in 1942. Mm-hmm.
Just spray it in your mouth.
Yeah. Do you remember when the Japanese bombed Pearl Harbor?
Oh, yes.
Where were you?
Well, I guess I was in Chicago in school.
When you heard about the attack, what did you think?
I didn't think much of anything other than that we were at war, and other than that, not much else.
Okay.
Because it didn't have any specific programs ahead of me for that.
Mm-hmm. So after you got your MD, what did you do?
I took my internship in Chicago, and then following that, I took a residency in Chicago, and well, in that residency, it was when I joined the Navy.
Okay. When did you join the Navy?
When?
When?
You know, in my senior year of my residency there in Chicago at the University of Chicago, was offered the residency, and so I joined it then.
Okay. What year was that? Was it
40, 43 probably.
43? Okay.
It's pretty hazy, but just then.
Now you joined as a medical officer?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
You know,
After,
I had been in a residency there, and then when I was finishing, then I was assigned to the residency and continued in the PT boat squadron. In the squadron was organized there at well, let's see, it was I've forgotten the exact space, but the Higgins Boat Company there in New Orleans, and that's where the squadron was organizing, and that was assigned to there.
okay. What were your duties at the Higgins Boat Company?
Oh, I was organizing the medical department for the boat, for the squadron, and getting them in and their records straightened out, and getting the organization of the medical department for the boat company.
Okay. You were a member of what squadron?
Pardon?
What squadron were you a member?
Oh, Squadron 30.
Squadron 30.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How long did it take to get all the medical people together for the squadron?
Oh, I think it probably took about 4 months until I got all the records together and I had 3 hospital corpsmen working with me, and so we just worked there within the Higgins Boat Company.
Okay.
And organized a medical department there.
Were they building the Higgins boats in New Orleans?
They were assigned, the Navy had assigned them to Squadron 30.
Okay. So from New Orleans, where did you go?
Just got all the records together and organized them in the squadron, and then had them, the hospital corpsmen got all the records straightened out, and we got the captain and organized the medical department for the whole group of boats.
Mm-hmm. How many men were in your unit, the medical department?
Well, there was a chief and 2 first classes and myself. That was the medical department for the boat.
Okay. What was your rank at this time?
Pardon?
What was your rank at this time?
Lieutenant.
Lieutenant. Okay. So from New Orleans, where did you go?
Well, we went the inland, the inland waterway to New York, and they put our boats on the group that was going to England,
Mm-hmm.
and they put a boat on. And it was really something. They had the boats were put on I don't know what you call it, but they put a boat on well, it was really a type of carrier that was on a ship. They pushed the boat up and stuck it on that carrier, and that's the way it went over.
I think those ships had a well deck they put the boats in.
Yeah.
Yeah. You recall the ship you were on? The name of the ship?
Well, as far as the ship that I went over on, I have no idea. It was
Okay.
Tell
me about the trip to England.
Well, it was kind of cold, and they did a lot of maneuvering around the North Atlantic there, depending upon what information they had where the Germans were.
Yes.
And so we took a roundabout way to get there sometimes. But other than that, we were lucky we didn't have any real bad storms there. But it took a little while to do that because of all of the maneuvers we had to make to follow up what the intelligence was telling us to do.
You had to, the ships had to zigzag.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Sure did.
Where were your quarters on the ship?
Yeah, I was in the sick bay.
In the sick bay. Okay.
With the doctor. Yeah, they. Went into the sick bay, and let's see, I think the sailors that were they studied with us too, and so we had a fast access into the sick bay.
Okay. Many guys get seasick on the ship?
You know, I don't remember. I'm sure they did, but I don't remember anybody that was so sick that we had a bad problem.
How'd you pass the time on the trip?
Well, we're doing medical work for the sick boys. I don't remember that any of them were real sick.
Okay.
But then just playing cards and eating, wondering what we were going to do next.
How long did the trip take?
Oh, gee, I don't remember. That's far you drop. I would say it was about at least 8 days.
Okay.
Because we just move around.
Where'd the ship land?
Let's see, it was in northern port on the north side of England.
Was it Glasgow? Was it Scotland? There's Liverpool and Scotland were the two big ones. Glasgow and Liverpool.
It was on the north shore of England.
The Liverpool?
I really don't remember that.
Okay.
I've heard you speak of that.
Yeah.
They put us down, and then we had the boats went down the coast of England, came around to the south end of England, and then some of us got on a train there. They sent us by train down to where we were supposed to go. We all of our officers and that went by train down there, and one of the seamen went along with the train with the sea group that went down. And, there were, I think two of us took the train on down, and the other two, I think, one of them are boats.
Down to Southampton?
No.
Southampton is where they were preparing for D-Day.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we were. They had a building down there that the British had built it for the PT boats to come in there, and we went in there and went in. They had a real nice area called Tent City, and they had everything that you need for a group, and there was a area for doing the treatment of the PT boats, and it was a nice big camp, well kept, and had good facilities for practice and for eating and sleeping, and it was really pretty nice.
How did you prepare for D-Day?
Well, actually, preparation, not much. They just told us that we were going out there, and as far as D-Day is concerned, we weren't too involved with that itself.
Mm-hmm.
Sure wasn't.
When did you get to France? You recall the date? Was it after D-Day?
Oh no, we got there before D-Day. Yeah.
Okay. Tell me about going to France.
Well, it was just a cruise, basically, is what it was. We were on the boats, and the boats were maneuvering, and we had some classes there, but they didn't know what, had no idea what was going on. Just as far as the medical was concerned, it was a matter of keeping in touch with the other boats, and as far as anything that was new or different, it was just that we were going to be doing what we had been practicing doing.
What did you practice to do?
Well, it was a matter of taking aboard for the injured and identifying what should be done, and it was kind of vague because nobody had ever been in that before, and we had no specific identification of anything except if somebody was injured or wounded, we took care of them.
Mm-hmm. Were you on a hospital ship?
No, just a PT boats. Okay. And we were doing sea rescue.
Sea rescue.
Mm-hmm.
The PT boats are doing the sea rescue.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And what ship were you on?
Well, I don't remember the number of it. I don't remember whether I stayed on one or whether I moved around.
Okay.
I don't know.
What kind of ship were you on? Was it a destroyer or?
No, just a PT boat.
Were you on a PT boat?
Yeah.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you picked up the wounded and identified what needed to be done. Mm-hmm. When you picked up the wounded and treated them, where were they sent?
Well, there was a hospital ship in the group, as I recall, and we'd send to that.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Describe D-Day. What happened on D-Day?
Well, as great as that is, really kind of hard to remember what it was. And sure, but we was really not. It wasn't an organized thing as far as taking care of the wounded is concerned.
Okay.
We took care of them and shipped them to the ships.
How did you get the wounded onto the PT boat?
They fished them out of the water.
Fished them out of the water.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Were you off Omaha Beach or Utah Beach? Or do you recall? Or both of them?
And we were just on the English Channel.
Okay.
There was no specific identification.
How long were you off Normandy on D-Day?
How long would?
How long were you in the water? Were you there for a couple of days or?
We were just out there until things were quieted down.
Okay.
And I don't remember the number of days.
Then did you land in France or go back to England?
No, our base was in England.
Okay. You went back to England?
Yeah.
What'd you do in England when you went back?
We just got organized with our PTs and then got them to back in the water where they would go pick up survivors.
Okay. Were you based in a hospital in England?
No. On the boat, we stayed on the boat all the time.
Okay. Okay. And then did you go back to England after D-Day?
You know, I don't remember whether we went. Yeah, we didn't have a base in England. We did get a base there, and but as far as an organization associated with the British or not, we didn't have.
Okay.
We just anchored the boats there.
Okay. Now did you land in France?
Not early in the invasion.
Okay. After D-Day, did you go to France?
Yeah, we did, but we didn't stay.
Okay.
We just went to sort of answering requests, answering us some matters, and somebody that needs someone, we took them and got them.
Okay. Did you pick up the wounded in France and take them back to England? Or was there a field hospital in London or in France where you took the wounded?
Yeah, there was I forgot the name of it, but there was a hospital down near the I don't remember whether it was an American or the of the British. They had a place where we took wounded if they needed care. Otherwise, they went back to the a base someplace. Maybe not the one they started out with. But,
Did you get to Cherbourg?
yeah.
What did you do in Cherbourg?
Well, we were based out of Cherbourg.
Okay. Was your field hospital at Cherbourg?
Yeah, so there was a
Okay.
hospital, but yeah, Cherbourg was our base there.
Okay. How long were you at Cherbourg?
I think that was our base the whole time.
Okay.
I never got any orders to go to any place else.
Okay.
We don't go in and out of Cherbourg. You know.
Did you advance across France, or did you stay in Cherbourg?
Oh, I didn't go any place.
Okay.
I never got in any. That's what I think. No, I never got any place in France proper.
Okay.
Never left the show.
So you stayed in Cherbourg
Yeah.
at the hospital.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. There was a hospital in Cherbourg
Okay.
that the United States used. But as far as acute injuries and that sort of thing, they were sent ashore to a bigger hospital.
Okay. Did you get to Germany?
No.
Okay.
Not Germany.
So you spent the rest of the war in Cherbourg.
Yeah, in Costa, yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What did you do on VE Day when Germany surrendered?
No, I don't remember.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't any idea. I don't remember.
Yeah.
Expect I celebrated like everybody else, but I don't remember.
Did you think you would go to Japan? Because the war with Japan was still going on.
Did I what?
Did you think you would go to Japan, to the Pacific?
Well, there were a lot of PT boats in the Pacific. There were, and we wondered about if we were going to go there, and but we never did. They went. Our whole group went back to the United States.
Okay. How long are you in the Navy?
4 years.
4 years. When you left the Navy, where did you go?
I came to. I went. There's a group of people who were organizing, helping people who were in the stars finding a place to go, and that group was out of Chicago, and they had addresses of doctors that had gone in and decided if they could get a man, they'd come in there. So I got the address of about 4 people in let's see, there were 3 of them in England, private practitioners that were one, and then this one group in Ponca City that wanted someone. I went and interviewed with them, and that was well what I wanted. It was a clinic, and so after the interview, I said yes. Go join the group, so I came to Ponca and moved here when I got out.
When did you come to Ponca City? Do you recall?
46.
I'm sorry.
46.
Okay. You came here in 1946. You set up your practice here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I joined the group, and I was with the clinic for 5 years, and then I moved out into my own private practice.
If you were young again, would you join the Navy?
Well, there would be circumstances that would control it, but I would join it above anything else.
Okay. Today, when you hear the name Franklin Roosevelt, what do you think of?
Well, I think all we did was take advice that they gave us about what we could do. And a lot of them went back to private practice, like I did, and some of them joined the other hospital groups and went to them. So it came down to the MAC, what seemed to be the best for us to do in private life.
Okay.
Because I had other, or at least offhand, about 4 other guys that came in to Ponca City with different groups and did the same thing that I did. They joined the senior men to go along with their practice.
Now, Franklin Roosevelt, when you hear his name, you know, he was president. What do you think of Franklin Roosevelt?
Well, I think it actually was pretty hard to evaluate him because things really weren't too well organized, and you would look for something that appeared to be a piece of what you want,
Yes.
rather than what the government wanted.
Yes. How about Harry Truman?
Well, he was a little bit hard to evaluate, but you know, at that time we weren't set up to make 2 big decisions. We had to make a decision that was good for us, not for what we wanted, maybe. And any evaluation that we made was basically what's good for me.
How about Dwight Eisenhower? You know, he planned D-Day.
Oh yeah. Well, I think the fact that had been in the service, we all thought that we'd go along with him pretty good. The other men hadn't been in the service, and they really didn't have too big an idea of what ought to be done when all these people were turned loose.
How do you want to be remembered?
Oh, that's a question. Just that I didn't get that. Did I do anything good for the government, for the slaves and the folks that I've taken care of?
Well, sir, this is an excellent interview. I want to thank you for your service and thank you for the interview.
It was fun.
Do you have any questions?
No, he's well remembered in Ponca City.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh, yes.
patients that see him wherever he is, they just want him back.
I've
That's
talked to
their
many
doctor.
people. Oh, you wait, you said, we know Dr. Glasscock. Yes.
Right, and he was a doctor for 53 years.
You were a doctor here 53 years. Okay, well again, this is December 3rd, 2019. My name is Joe Todd. This has been an interview with Dr. Thomas Glasscock in Ponca City, Oklahoma. Thank you.
Okay. And
Where was this? You say it was Christmas Eve?
Christmas Eve, yeah.
And what were you doing Christmas Eve?
Well, we had just finished having dinner, and we got message said, head for the boats and wear your winter clothes. And this was in Cherbourg, which is where we were down. And so we went out and we spent all that and went out, and then they called us back in at 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning and said, you can go on in, they're not going to accomplish anything. Everybody that we pulled out of the water was dead from exposure.
That was the SS Leopoldville. It was sunk Christmas Eve. And Don Schaub and Bartlesville survived the Leopoldville. Because it was British destroyer taking on survivors. They couldn't get anyone to come out and help because it was Christmas Eve and everybody was gone.
But we went out, and the boats, our whole squadron went out from Cherbourg, and we worked all night long, but there was we never pulled anybody out of the water that survived. They were dead. And we put them in the boys put them in this engine room, but they never came to. And we did that all night long from the time we left Cherbourg until the time we got back Christmas morning. Spent that whole time there. That was a cold night.
Yes. That was Christmas Eve, 1944. Okay, thank you.